Amen, Tinibu. Daddy, please don't disappoint we bats. Shebi, I told you, this man has nothing to offer us. What are they selling for? A date of 520. What? I receive calls in different angles, as if I'm the president. But you can't blame these people. I carry your poster on my forehead. I carry you on my forehead as if you are my biological father. I became enemy to some certain people. Some bats lost their business partners. Some bats lost their best friends. So for you to try to disappoint us, Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinibu is going to pain us, yo.
Welcome to Nation's Bright Star. My name is Angelo, your anchor. I have lots of updates for you today, and I hope you will enjoy our updates as we go on. And I pray and I beg you to stay tuned to Nation's Bright Star, your most preferred YouTube channel, because I got you with all my updates today. A viral video has erupted where a man who is allegedly a supporter of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinibu, the president of Nigeria, he was seen complaining bitterly on the type of governance that he has seen so far from the president. The aggrieved supporter was bitter about the story so far as regards to the type of policies that have already been undertaken by President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinibu, especially the abrupt removal of fuel subsidy and the subsequent hardship that has brought on his family, his friends, and his relatives, both far and near. This man is so angry. If you see the way he was talking, you will think if he goes to the government house, he will just, if he has the power, he will take away the president from his seat. This man is regretting voting Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinibu into power. And he is even saying he came out to expose the truth about what happened in Ogun State. He told us the truth that President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinibu did not win an election in Ogun State. Rather, Peter Obi won in Ogun State. So that means lots of secrets are beginning to be laid bare. This is so sad, because I feel sorry for the APC supporters, because this man is beginning to expose their secrets one by one. Who knows who is the next person to come on board to expose the shady deals and the secret dealings of the APC during the general elections. Wow, I'm so sorry about this particular man, because he feels so frustrated over the fact that he and his family had to vote Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinibu into power. And they evaded lots of friendships. He lost friends, he lost relatives, because they had to go separate ways for those who supported Peter Obi and he himself and his family who supported Bola Tinubu. Watch this man lament bitterly. I feel so sorry for this man and his family. So sad. Watch this.
Amen, Tinibu. Daddy, please don't disappoint we bats. Don't disappoint us. Don't disappoint us. I know what I'm saying. There are a lot of friends. They departed just because they believe in your old age, while their friends believe in Peter Obi. Someone like me, my senior brother, same father, same mother, we were not in good time just because I changed my mind to support you. A lot of our friends start calling. Shebi, I told you, this man has nothing to offer us. What are they selling for? A date of 520. What? I receive calls in different angles, as if I'm the president. But you can't blame these people. I carry your poster on my forehead. I carry you on my forehead as if you are my biological father. I campaign. I praise you. I say a lot of things to convince my people. I became enemy to some certain people. Some bats lost their business partners. Some bats lost their best friends. Some bats lost their wife based on tribe. They departed. So for you to try to disappoint us, Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinibu is going to pain us, yo. Because we were not paying. to campaign for you. Nobody paid us a dime to campaign for you. During the election, I left Lagos here. I drove down to Ijebu Waterside in Oni. Ask Dapo Abiodun. Dapo Abiodun only won his own election in Oni under a big local government. He lost in all the local government. He lost in all the villages there. It's only Oni. That's when I grew up. I'm from Ondo State, but I was born and brought up in Ijebu Waterside in Oni there. And that's only a place that Pablo won the election. Because I decided to left Lagos and go and sit down with my people that know APC is APC. So for me to come on social media to cry that I am highly disappointed in you, why under your watch you allow the marketer to sell for a date of 550? I know what I am going through. How many times the Igbos in Lagos State here, they warned me that I should not dare to come to Alaba. They warned me that I should not dare to come to Ladipo. But I told them, I'm a Yoruba man. There's nobody can stop me. Because I don't have anything to do over there for now. If I have anything, I will go there. Nothing will happen. But sir, if anything happened to me, it's at my risk. I beg you in the name of Almighty God. Please, as we will use our life to campaign for you, we use our life to believe in your old age. Give us grace to laugh last. We are begging for this laugh. Let us laugh last. Please, don't disappoint us. But we are facing a loss. All these obi gods. These people can curse. These people have bad mouth. They know how to tarnish the image of people that they know you. They don't know who. They don't want to know you. They don't want to know who you are. They know how to insult people. They know how to curse people. They know how to destroy reputation of that you are trying to build for years. Do you know the numbers of followers I lost when I changed my mind that I want to start campaigning for Tinibu?
Okay. I don't want to laugh at him there, but I have to laugh because whatever he was saying there was funny. Whatever Bola Ahmed Tinibu, the president, has done to this man, please, they should bring back this man's glory because the man is regretting every single step he took in voting the All Progressive Congress, especially President Bola Tinubu into power. This man is so angry. If he has his way, I think he would change the hands of time. He will bring back the hands of time and instead vote somebody else, not Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But that is not actually the case here because the deed has been done. Now, it's only the judiciary that can turn the hands of time if there is actually a hope or a sort of succor that can be in that form. Because if the judiciary has finally found that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu won the election, that means this man will continue to suffer and suffer till when Asiwaju comes out of office. Because from the look of things, I don't think President Bola Tinubu is ready to make amends or make things better for Nigerians. Nigerians are suffering. Everybody is crying. People are dying of poverty, lack of employment, insecurities, and so on and so forth. And here are we trying to manage our lives with the recent hike in fuel pump price. Well, there are so many Nigerians like that young man there, and I hope they don't find themselves in a big dilemma where they have to do something out of their way in order to feed or in order to find or get or make a living. That is that on that update. I have secondly one Mr. Zari Yusuf, a political analyst and a public speaker, where he called out the government of President Bola Asiwaju Ahmed Tinibu. He described the few days of the president in office as very, very unfortunate, and he called out even Asari Dokubo. He also referred to the former militant head as a criminal because of what he said against the Igbos and how he wielded weapons to say lots of derogatory statements on a particular ethnic group from the southeast. He even addressed to the former militant as one who was unscrupulous and had no element of having any sense of socialism or political backing. And then he actually called the policies made by Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his over 20 days so far in office as a sham, and he also noted his days in office as a disaster with no notable applause so far. Let me allow you watch this man where he called out President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government and said lots of things that cannot be said as plausible or applaudable for the new president.
Unfortunately, if you talk about being decisive, Hitler was decisive, Saddam Hussein was decisive, Idi Amin was decisive, and all of that. So it's not a quality as far as the economic reality of Nigeria is concerned, especially as far as the interest of the masses is concerned. When you talk about decisive, what happens to a criminal like Asaridu Kubo, who would come and spit on the face of the Nigerian military, wield guns, and threaten genocide against a particular ethnic group? Where is the decisiveness of the so-called president? Why is he not in jail?
I think it's unfair to call somebody a criminal until maybe the law courts have said that. I'm referring to your comment about Asari.
But what do you refer to? What do you refer to Asari Dokubo talking about chasing a particular ethnic group and giving them what they want, referring to them as people that are slaves? Is that
okay? Can we move on from that?
Yeah. So when you talk about decisive, we would want to see decisiveness in it should be more on sensitivity of your sensitivity to the economic realities. You don't meet a group of people and squeeze them out, make life a lot easier for those who are at the top, those who already have it, the rich getting richer, and then whatever gaps are created in the economy, you squeeze it out from the mass.
Well, so far, you've heard it there from Mr. Zari Yusuf. He was very angry from what he was saying there, so we don't need to blame him. Lots of Nigerians are bitterly saying all this because right from the onset, nobody wanted to vote Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinibu. I think only the INEC wanted to vote Bola Tinubu into power. But right now, people are speaking out because eyes have seen, ears have heard, and mouths are beginning to speak. So we will see lots of this as time goes on because the suffering and the lack and the level of frustration right now in Nigeria is at a high level, and we will not be able to fathom what the solution is. Maybe until lots of Nigerians, over 7.1 million as projected by the World Bank yesterday, move into poverty, which is a very bad and sad news for a big country like Nigeria. I'm so sad right now, so I wouldn't talk much on that particular update. Finally, Frank Tietie, a Rise News analyst and lawyer, has taken to the studio to give a clear-cut analysis of the forceful retirement of over 90 military officers by President Bola Ahmed Tinibu, having ordered all army generals to voluntarily pick up retirement forms latest before Monday, the 3rd day of July 2023, or risk being retired forcefully. Before I go further, let me urge our viewers, both incoming and already existing, like our videos, share them, drop a comment for us in the comment section, watch till the end, subscribe to this channel, and then tap the notification bell so you will get updates anytime we drop a new video. Please watch Frank Tietie talk about what really he thinks about what Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president, did to the military officers. This is very, very bad. Watch this.
First, it is illegal to compel persons serving in our military to retire when they have not attained the age of 60 or have served for 35 years. And the president must appreciate this, that if there is a long-standing military tradition, I'll deal with the insecurity issue you've raised, but this is quite important and sad because it hasn't been challenged. This tradition has become so long, and this kind of purge is costing us so much in every way, including insecurity. The defense headquarters struggled to give a rationale. That is, there is a long-standing military tradition. What long-standing military tradition? You asked a very interesting question, that why do we have quite a number of generals? I will answer that. So the idea of compulsory retirement or voluntary retirement, that idea is unknown to the governance of our armed forces. Where is it coming from? So you're talking about a military tradition that is now superior to Nigeria's constitution and the law that regulates the Nigerian army?
So that's not to even talk about, not necessarily the army alone, armed forces.
Right,
Let me be very broad, you know.
Yeah.
And again, it goes with a lot of implications when you do this. And because it hasn't often been challenged, then we think it's right. How would you allow a country invest so much in training officers of the armed forces, and for political reasons, you just ask them to retire, and they will retire because the tradition they should talk about is that of obey before complain.
Right.
So I'm aware that some of those generals have actually turned in their retirement letters, voluntary retirement letters, but everything is wrong with it. And who is making that directive? It's coming from the president, who is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. You know, you forget that in the Armed Forces Act, there are certain bodies that must actually meet to approve the retirement of such senior officers, either the Armed Forces Council, the Navy Board, the Army Council, or the Air Council. But if these councils are not in existence, because first you have to have a Minister of Defense in place, who actually plays a very important role in chairing those councils, particularly of the services. Right. So you don't have that. So who is giving? Should the chief of defense staff have that authority to issue directive to the senior military generals to retire? Again, you know, you need to also consider this. It's important. So why? When you say, even if you must interrogate the military tradition, so are you saying, for example, General Lagbaja, for example, who is the chief of army staff today? Yeah. I mean, does he also give commands or orders to the members of the Navy or the Air Force? So must you ensure that those who are below General Lagbaja must retire from the army? And so this is this purge is not like Sadiq. I watched that Sadiq's interview in the morning. I mean, in the afternoon. It's actually a loss for everyone. A loss for the soldier, a loss for the country, and a loss for us, ordinary Nigerians.
Welcome back. In as much as we are trying to cut down the cost of governance, you shouldn't just retire military officers without any form of or any sort of prior warning, because you have rendered lots of families homeless. You have rendered lots of families jobless. You've rendered lots of families poor by taking away their parents or their fathers forcefully from office, forcing them to retire. Lots of ex-servicemen have not had any savings in their accounts over time and might have planned to do so in this particular year. And here is a new president who we thought would bring succor and a sort of good welfare to Nigerians. Here is a president forcefully retiring everybody that is within the rank of general in the Nigerian army without prior notice. This is so very, very bad. And we cannot call these reforms because there are constitutional laws that are supposed to be followed before big officers or very senior ranking officers in the military are retired. All of a sudden, you're retiring military officers with an armchair decision. That is so, so bad. And please, we'll call on the president to look into this. Although the military believes in obey before complain. So, news reaching me says that lots of these officers have retired already and pending on orders to retire before Monday. So the president should look into this, please. This should be reviewed and these officers called back if need be. Thank you so much for staying with us. Keep a date with me in my next video. See you next time. Bye.